project was a conversation between the legal hack staff and our community members, basically our very young constituency, and we're trying to figure out where students stood as regards to the understanding of rights of LGBT people vis-a-vis the legal landscape. Our objective was to bring together young people from different universities across Kenya and have them battle each other in court, moot court, on issues that arise out of the lives of lesbian, bisexual, transgender, gay, intersex individuals in Kenya.
It is the applicant's submission that the manner in which evidence was adduced from the applicant was unconstitutional on the grounds that, first, it was a violation of the freedom and security of the person. It states that where a person has been charged under the Act.
Yes, I understand the provisions of the Act. Yes. But the appellants raised a constitutional provision.
We invited students from about four schools of law, and then we made an offer to some of the practicing advocates that we have worked on various issues, and people whose thinking we've admired, and we asked them to sit as judges.
As much as Kenyans are open about certain issues, there are still some taboos talking about other issues in Kenyan society, and I think there's still a bit too much of a taboo in talking about same-sex sexualities, and so I think one thing Legal Hook is doing is to break that down and to make it an issue that is a question of law and human rights, just like any other issue that students might debate.
So I think one of the things that's going to be very useful to the students who participated in the Moots is the exposure that they've gotten from this experience.
I believe the students who participated in this particular Moot competition have had the chance to be liberal thinkers, to think outside the box, beyond the male and female sexual orientation, and to consider persons who are, say, transgender, or persons who uphold same-sex relations.
I was speaking to the participants and I asked them which side was easier for them to debate. And all the ones that I spoke to said that the pro side was easier, that it was much easier to come up with clear legal arguments in support of decriminalizing same-sex relations, and that when they had to take on the con side, they themselves felt that the arguments were a bit mushy, that they were based more on people's personal opinions rather than having a strong grounding in law.
It then needs to go beyond just a Moot competition, and we probably should now consider doing articles, activism, or even going to the community level, because we know that within our communities we have people who fear coming out because of what they know that the law does not allow, or our African customary practices does not allow, but these people are also equally protected by the Constitution.
I know that the lives of LGBT people have not been very visible and not very public, so there's been minimal to no interaction with some of the students. So I know that this is one of those experiences that changes people's attitudes, that changes people's understanding of the world they live in, and I think that's going to be very useful for them in their practice of law, in future. And I think that some of the students, some of the participants are going to be remarkable people within the legal profession in the coming years.